broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, Class C graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Hinsdale Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're Guaranteed a Rate. Positively different.
How did a blind man conquer Mount Everest? How did a shy, scared little girl rise to a #1 ranking in the UFC? How did a kid from Indiana grow up to win just about everything in NASCAR? How? They all believed. They believed in themselves, and they believed that their dreams, their goals in life were more than just imaginable. They were possible. For those who believe in their dream of a new home, Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender with all the right tools, advice, and financing to make that dream a reality. Home office, backyard, more space, better view. Whatever you're striving for, you can make it happen. You can conquer that mountain. You can. If you believe, you will.
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're Guaranteed a Rate. Positively different.
In the market for a mortgage? Well, you could get a mortgage from a bank. Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options. because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why they're positively different.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com.
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're Guaranteed a Rate. Positively different.
How did a blind man conquer Mount Everest? How did a shy, scared little girl rise to a #1 ranking in the UFC? How did a kid from Indiana grow up to win just about everything in NASCAR? How? They all believed. They believed in themselves, and they believed that their dreams, their goals in life were more than just imaginable. They were possible. For those who believe in their dream of a new home, Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender with all the right tools, advice, and financing to make that dream a reality. Home office, backyard, more space, better view. Whatever you're striving for, you can make it happen. You can conquer that mountain. You can. If you believe, you will.
In the market for a mortgage? Well, you could get a mortgage from a bank. Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why they're positively different.
Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need.
How often you want to do commercial
more
breaks,
top-ranked loan
touchdowns?
officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls. Why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an
Looks like
employee-driven
it's working 'cause the
foundation
wind
dedicated to
resistance
helping
is
people
less.
experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're guaranteed rate. Positively different.
In the market for a mortgage? Well, you could get a mortgage from a bank. Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why they're positively different.
We are Guaranteed Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're Guaranteed Rate. Positively different.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
In the market for a mortgage? Well, you could get a mortgage from a bank. Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why they're positively different.
Good afternoon, everybody. We hope you're enjoying today. It is a beautiful day. Finally, a little less cold, but Chad, we just can't get that perfect spring day. When it gets to be warmer, we get some wind as well.
Hey, after the last couple weeks, this is close as perfect as going to get.
Absolutely. And what's even better, Chad, is we finally get some high school football here on Sports Broadcast Solutions. And what better, the York-Hinsdale Central rivalry at beautiful Hinsdale Central High School. Hinsdale Central coming in at 2-0. York, a tough loss, but they also lost to one of the top 5 teams in the state, Glenbard West. You're going to lose to somebody, might as well lose to Glenbard West.
Absolutely. I think York learned a lot from the last weekend. Quite a few turnovers there. I think overall you'd rather take a loss to a top program like Glenbard West than overall win.
Sure, and obviously there's no state tournament either, so really this is about development. You do have Concord, but there's no state tournament. We need to go 6-0, that's it. So for York, you're really just getting ready for next year. It stinks for the seniors without the state tournament, but would you rather have no football at all or 6 games? The seniors would rather have 6 games. So we're going to play 6 games this season. Fresh at quarterback. one of the guys to look out for Hinsdale Central. They like to run the ball for York. They'll run some spread, but don't be surprised if they run some I formation as well. They are led by a two running back attack. Look out for Patrick Kastner, number 20, their tailback, trying to run it in between the A and B gaps for York today. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, the Red Devils against the Dukes. You are watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
We are obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're guaranteed rate. Positively different.
Everybody, national anthem coming up next. We appreciate you watching. Eric Ratchey on videography today from Recruit Links does a great job. Check him out at Recruit Links for all of your highlight reel and recruiting video needs for your high school athlete. Meanwhile, I'm Kyle Smith alongside Chad Maxwell from Comcast Network 100. And Chad, I'm glad you're with us. I wish you could be doing some games with Comcast Network 100 this spring, but hopefully we'll see you out in the fall for the fall football and then the winter basketball season.
Yeah, man, more than happy to be out here, and I really appreciate the opportunity. We got a heck of a game ahead of us today. Two teams loaded with talent. You know, you mentioned that a lot of these seniors only get to play 6 games this year, but a lot of these guys are going to play at the next level next year, so they got to show something for the coaches that they're going to be playing for outside of their current high schools.
Absolutely, and the other thing is, too, you always have to worry about injuries, but in football, injuries are going to happen no matter what. Some seniors are sitting out the spring, they already have the scholarship on the table, but the other seniors that are on the fringe and getting that scholarship D1 and an academic scholarship D3, they're still playing this season. So even if you haven't gotten that scholarship yet, you still got a chance. A lot of scouts watching today's game. They know it's April, but they do know the COVID problems that happened to the state of Illinois. So put on a good show today as a senior. There's a chance you get that D1 or D2 scholarship.
I've got some exciting news, Kyle. I can feel my hands today for the first time.
Hello, everybody. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah. Thankfully you weren't here on a Thursday. It was cold. Anyways, public address announcer going to announce the national anthem, and then we'll give you starting lineup coming next. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
And your Red Devils of Hinsdale Central. It's our expectation that we all practice good sportsmanship before, during, and after games. State law also requires that Hinsdale Central property be smoke-free. Your cooperation following that law is appreciated. Mask up and cheer on. Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to run his stats out.
I'd like to ask you all to please stand, remove your hats, join us as we honor our country and those who defend it.
No, where Mike 3 is the
Star Spangled Banner.
But I can run that. That's actually. About time for some football. Today's broadcast brought to you by Guaranteed Rate in Elmhurst. Check out John Nolden. He'll help you out for refinancing on your next home, or possibly you're looking to sell your home. Check out John Nolden, Elmhurst. He is a York graduate. He can help you out for all your refinancing needs. Check him out in downtown Elmhurst. Guaranteed Rate Elmhurst, a.k.a. John Nolden. So Kyle Smith alongside Chad Maxwell and Eric Ratchey on videography today. And Chad, should be a good one, as it's the Red Devils against the Dukes. 12 minutes of each quarter play, NCAA rules, so we will stop the clock on timeouts. And for York, I'm thinking they're going to run the ball until the Red Devils can prove to stop it. They got Castner, they got another good backup as well to try to run it through the tackles and see if the Red Devils can stop it.
Yeah, for the Red Devils, you're going to see a little bit of everything. They've got the pro-style quarterback who's capable of throwing and running the ball, and a great back in the backfield. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some points put up on the board today, Kyle.
For York, they did put up 49 points on Hinsdale Central. That was a 49-17 win. Their last loss, their last game, of course, the home opener, 21-0 defeat to the Hilltoppers. For York, I think you want to control that clock. I know that's cliche, ball possession, controlling the clock. But at the same time, you're playing a very tough Hinsdale Central team on the road. And it's a very weird environment. COVID, wearing the mask, playing on Saturdays, no Friday night lights. We also couldn't play on Friday because it was Good Friday. A lot of schools honoring the holiday. It's just been a really weird spring football season. So with all of that in mind, you really want to keep it really simple with the game plan. Obviously, if they can't stop the run, then you can go play action. But yeah, just run it through the tackles and see if the Red Devils can stop it.
Yeah, you mentioned weird, but playing football at all is better than no football at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that these kids would rather have the state tournament, but those were the options. Either 6 games or nothing. So you gotta pick the 6 games.
Take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you.
What's really weird is some of these football players are great athletes. We interviewed Leo Rugai, quarterback for St. Nathan, and he doesn't have an off season. He's going to be playing baseball a week after the last football game for the Wolfpack. So he's got a heck of a spring ahead of him. Meanwhile, we got football about to start here in Hinsdale. Beautiful Hinsdale Central High School between the Red Devils and the Dukes. The Dukes will be kicking off towards 55th Street. Taking the kickoff will be Max Assad. It's a little chip kick. Taken out at about the 17-yard line. Picked up by the Red Devils. They're on their kickoff. Run well by the Dukes. Excellent pursuit. Hands been on the tackle.
A little too sideways there. You might want to run that ball upfield rather than side to side.
Test out that pursuit of the York kickoff team, and it did not go the way of the Red Devils. Excellent pursuit by York. As we start playing 11:54 here at Hinsdale High School. Ball delivered by QB Michael Brescia, 6'3" and 210 pounders. Right off the shotgun. Right up the middle.
Will be his first carry of the game.
Game. About 4 yards.
Waylon Jones, a tackle for York. Gain of 8, second and 2.
Gain of 8. Run a lot of spread shotgun formations. Brescia playing Division I football next year, so we feel comfortable shotgun the field. Incomplete pass. Flag on the play. Could go either way here. Might have been a tug on the wide receiver.
Probably marker down on the play.
A lot of wind today, a very windy day here at Hinsdale Central High School.
I'm getting rid of the ball on.
Ball at the 20-yard line. Once again, today's broadcast brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. Check out John Nolden for all of your refinancing needs. Brescia, the quarterback, coming out under center.
Wind in the face of the Red Devils right now.
York fakes a blitz. Didn't get much on that pass, and it would have been a tough catch for the wide receiver.
Right on cue, that wind making a difference with that throw right there, Kyle.
Ryan Orpett, the intended receiver. Orpett, 6'4", 220 pounds. He, along with his QB, will be graduating in May, which is next month, believe it or not. I assume the graduation's in May. Everything's being pushed back this year because of COVID.
Orbit, also a Division I talent, headed to Ohio next year.
Wow. Got some big time football in the back. 3rd and 7. Brescia's got tons of time. Instead, he'll just pass it out to the flat, and there's the pursuit again by York. Chad, if the Red Devils are going to win today, they're going to have to make them burn across the field. Those little in the flat plays, the Dukes are there for the tackle.
Great job tackling there by the Dukes, taking care of their assignment. Going to need that all game long.
The pursuit is there. We saw it on the kickoff as well. Still are not in punt formation, and now they go into punt formation. Nobody deep for the Dukes. They might think it's a fake here. It is 4th and 5, and indeed they will punt. Good hang time, nobody deep, so the Dukes are going to have to play poison on it. Go after it, the ball dead at the 38.
Not a bad punt there with the wind in their face. I think that's why the Dukes didn't have anyone deep.
That and, you know, the Red Devils are a sneaky offense, even deep in their own zone. And the analytics have changed the game. Some coaches are willing to go for it that deep, 4th and 5. At the end of the day, they probably would have just called timeout, trying to draw them offside. But yeah, the Dukes were ready for anything, and they got burned. But at the same time, with the wind having problems today for the punters and quarterbacks, they decide to go all out with the block attempt. Meanwhile, in the shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the right, and they're going to do a draw play up the middle. It's read well by the Red Devils, and a short gain for the Dukes.
Great pursuit there by the D-line of the Red Devils.
York, meanwhile, looking to avenge their loss last week to Glenbard West, 21-0 at home. Go 72 yards for the TD. Really, they're just looking to get first downs and try to burn that defense, try to get them tired. Making it tough for them to get substitutions. Shotgun play, little draw play, a toss play to the right, and he's got blockers. And good job there running by Kastner. 3rd and short coming up.
Real nice block there by number 9 on the Dukes on the outside, which freed up the running back to get out.
Meanwhile, the Dukes, they got a couple of players that will be playing football next year, including Kastner. He's going to Michigan Tech. How about this? Luke Malaga is going to Cornell, going to the Ivy League. Ed Helms from the office would be proud. Draw play up the middle, going nowhere, and the Red Devils on the pursuit, led by their D tackles, 4th and short coming up.
We've got Colgate, Michigan Tech. You mentioned Cornell. We've got some brains out on the field today.
Got some brains. Smarter than me, that's for sure. Meanwhile, the Dukes are led by third-year head coach Mike Fitzgerald. He was previously the offensive coordinator at Naperville Central. He's also the head coach at St. Francis, who we've done previously this season for basketball. Punt formation, snap right at the head. Beautiful looking punt, no choice but the fair catch.
Yeah, it's a good day for punters and kickers if you're kicking in that direction.
Got a lot of hang time on it. Skolkna was there, all he could do was fair catch it. And in a game like this, battling the wind, not really battling the conditions, but you're battling the wind today. Any touchdown is humongous. So for the Red Devils, if you can go 80 yards here, definitely be a game-changing drive. Meanwhile, the Red Devils trying to get their Division I quarterback 80 yards down the field, need a first down to get to the 30. And we'll draw play, almost a bad snap. It's run well by Brescia. 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Brescia, of course, is a dual threat. Look for him to maybe keep the ball and try and pick up a first down here on 2nd down.
2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line.
And if you're wondering if those uniforms for York are unique, they are new uniforms. And they have a brand new turf field in Elmhurst.
There was the keep by Brescia on their RPO. Gain of about 4.
Here's the depth chart on offense for York. That's brought to you by John Nolden at Guaranteed Rate. Quarterback Max Assad. Receivers Luke Malaga, Aaron Berman, and Sammy Ayash. Offensive line Toa Hofflick, Rowan Dagres on the offensive line. Bruce Duda, Josh Delury, Paula Boots. Running backs. They got 3 running backs, Patrick Castor, Mike Boysen, and Patrick Cote. Meanwhile, the draw play to the right.
It's going to be close.
And he crosses the 30-yard line, which is enough for a Red Devil first down.
And just enough for the Red Devil first
That was
down.
made in the play by number 14.
But Max, they are going to have to earn it. They got to have to spread the field, get those tight ends involved. The running game is just non-existent right now for Hinsdale Central.
Well, with this win, you're going to have to get the running game going. You really have no choice.
See what they can do. Possibly going to have to go under center. They like to go spread shotgun formation. Meanwhile, try to go to the right and pursuit again there by the Dukes.
These Duke's linebackers are doing a great job pursuing the football.
All those practice time, basketball shuffles, shift those feet. They're doing a good job getting to the ball carrier.
31-yard line.
A little bit of a hurry up here from the Red Devils.
Kevin on defense. Coglanese, block. Prochilo for the Dukes. Deep pass. Just too much on it. That would have been a really tough catch. Excellent pursuit by the Dukes once again. Don't want to sound repetitive, but that's the case for the Dukes. They had a safety over the top as well. Only way they could have completed that pass was on the dive.
Tell you what, though, Brush is showing off that Division I arm strength right there.
Meanwhile, they got 3rd and 9, ball at the 32, 6:33 on the clock. Beautiful. Hinsdale sounds right off 55th Street. Unfortunately, we can't allow you in due to COVID, but if you want to park the car and be outside the fence like a couple of fans are doing, you're more than welcome to. As the wind picking up.
3rd and long here. Look for Brush to keep it himself.
Shotgun formation. He's got time. There's nowhere to throw to. Our intended receiver was Charlie Sessa. Also graduating. He's got great size at 6'5", but really those fly routes are just not working right now for the Red Devils.
Yeah, some risky play calling there. You really got to establish the run with the wind in your face like it is right now.
You're going to have to go post. I know you're going to be attacking those very fast linebackers for the Dukes. But with that one safety deep, I think if you start going post routes, you're going to get some success. One safety deep. Dukes showing blitz once again. 4th and 9, most likely a punt. And they have a very interesting punt formation. It's just a single shotgun. Another fair catch coming up. Just past the 35. They're going to mark it 37. The field position has been there for the Dukes. They just got to find a way to get it past the 50 and get it close for their kicker. 6:17 to go. 1st and 10, 32. Sorry, 37. That was right the first time. Dukes are going to go 2 on the right, 1 on the left for their wide receivers. Pistol formation. Shotgun to Lasad, gets out of his tight end. Nowhere to go.
Great pursuit and tackle there by 20 of the Red Hawks. Red Devils, pardon me.
He got it out to Levins, and Levins had nowhere to go. Pursuing that again there for the Red Devils. 5:58 to go, 2nd and 10, ball on the 37. As Max Assad, the captain, trying to lead his troops down the field. And they're actually going to say lost a yard. 2nd and 11. Throw over the middle, intercepted. Red Devils, chance for a pick 6. And just from behind, but the Red Devils, 1st and goal coming up for Hinsdale Central. An interception. Hinsdale Central's looking at number 9.
It's 33, Sean Allison, the safety coming over the middle and picking off that post route. He read the quarterback's eyes and made a play on the ball, Kyle.
Yeah, that's something that Assad's going to have to learn the hard way.
1st and goal after that interception.
Linebackers go where your eyes are, so if you see a guy wide open, just peer to the right for a bit and then throw to the left. When you're eyeing him all the way, it's an easy interception. And this is just huge for the Red Devils to get 6. A 3 would be a win for the Dukes defense. Quarterback draw all the way. He's got blockers in front. Touchdown for Gresham.
Great job there by the Red Devil defensive line on that right side, creating a gaping hole that even you and I could have ran through, Kyle.
It also helps when you got Brescia's size. He was just trucking over the linebacker. Touchdown for Hinsdale Central, but York had the momentum. You just can't turn the ball over. They had that problem last week, and here we go again. Another week, same problem.
It was key there for the Red Devils to come away with points, and they do on their first play after the turnover.
And they're looking to get the 2-point conversion. Stuffed at the line. I'm surprised there, Chad. They have a good kicker with Hinsdale Central, but they decided to go for 2. And if York has a kicker, that could be huge with this wind later on in the game.
Yeah, I think the wind played a major factor in that decision right there. It's got to be gusting about 20, 25 miles per hour.
Just can't get that perfect spring day. It's either too cold or too windy. But meanwhile, we got 6-0 Red Devils. We'll take a break. You are watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
People who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the 3rd largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years.
Back to the action here at Hinsdale Central. It is the Red Devils against the Dukes. Red Devils with an interception, and then next play, 9-yard carry by Brescia for the touchdown. Dukes trailing by 6, but they have been very good on defense. Just got to avoid the turnover bug. It has been biting them in the butt the last couple of weeks. Kickoff going to the south part of the end zone, and it might go out of bounds. It indeed will. It did not look like it was touched by the Dukes, so we will have legal procedure against Hinsdale Central. Down there by Malaga, not going after it. Ball should be at the 35. They're going to change their mind. They're going to say Malaga did touch it. That's a bad break for the Dukes. It looked like he did not touch it. And Fitzgerald not happy. Ball should be at the 35.
If you're the Dukes, you got to get Kastner going here.
Yeah, I think you got to go I formation if you'll feel confident in it, but I have seen York run the spread. Let's see what they do on this possession. They ran shotgun last possession. It led to an interception and an easy touchdown for Hinsdale Central.
Yeah, get the ball in the hands of Kastner, start establishing the run. Got to get a first down here on this drive.
At least one first down. You know, you got to give some rest for your defensive players. The only good thing, I guess, for York on that touchdown for Hinsdale Central, the defensive players are only out there for one play. You don't want to give up 6 either. All right, they change their mind again. Back to the 35. I was right the first time. Here we go. First and 10. I swore that Malaga didn't touch it, and the officials finally agree with me. Meanwhile, shotgun formation. One in the backfield. Give it out to Kastner. He's got room to run. Kicks it out to the left. He's got a blocker. One man to beat. Finally brought down past the 45. But York on the attack. Kastner led him all the way.
There he is. Called for it, and he delivers.
That was all Kastner, really. Didn't have much to go to start off the play. Stayed with the play, didn't panic. Kept with his blockers, trusted in his blockers, and eventually had room on the left and then used that speed to finish off the play with a first down.
Real quick feat there from Kastner, and he credits that to playing basketball. I believe in an interview with you.
Shotgun formation, right to the quarterback. They'll get out to the left, don't get much on it. Quarterback on the play. Poison.
Quarterback keeper. Hard by Brandon Miner.
Miner on the tackle. Second and long coming up for York. They just want to get first downs, obviously scoring, but get some first downs, get some confidence on offense after that early turnover. Trips to the right, one to the left. One in the backfield. We're going to see that a lot today. They don't really run a lot of split backs, do the Dukes. Shotgun formation. Take the handoff out to the right on the screen play. Got a little bit of room to run and get a couple. And then brought down almost immediately by John Costello. 6'1" defensive back, 200-pounder who graduates next month.
I'll tell you what, we are seeing some great tackling out here today so far early on.
You don't have to deal with the elements. A lot easier to tackle, isn't it?
That's the one way to make your defensive coach happy. Do your job.
Bill Belichick motto, do your job. No days off, do your job. Back to the shotgun. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kastner in the backfield. Gonna go split wide receivers, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. 1 in motion. Cote. He's got an open man to Kastner, probably gonna come back, go for a hole. Usually when you're that wide open, it's a reason, Parker.
Great play design there by the Dukes, though, creating the bubble screen for Kastner. Unfortunately, it's likely going to be a block in the back or a hold.
Yeah, he was way too wide open. Offensive liner pleading their case, but yeah, he looked way too open for that to be a legal play.
I love that play call there. Get your best player out in space.
Might also have been a pick play, too. Pick plays are so tricky because a lot of what a lot of offensive coordinators are calling now is they'll have 2 wide receivers on the right. One does that little in route 3 yards, you know, giving up space to the other guy to crisscross, which is technically legal if you don't, if you just run the route.
Yeah, sometimes you get away with it, but that was a little too blatant there.
Meanwhile, ball on the 49. We got 3rd and 14. Dukes, you want to get the touchdown, but really you got to avoid the turnover. You cannot throw it across your body. Kastner in the block. Might have left early. Pressure comes. Rolling out to the left. Still hasn't been brought down. And finally the sack. I like the aggression, Chad. I know it's a sack, but 3rd and 14, you really got to try your best to get the first down on the throw.
The relentlessness of that Red Devil defense is really impressive right now, though. A couple missed chances there, but end up sealing the deal.
The pursuit is there. The D tackles and the DNs are not quitting on the play. Leads to a sack, more of a coverage sack, really, and 4th and 18 coming up for York. No chance but the punt. No choice but the punt.
Wind at their back. Got an opportunity to pin the Red Devils deep here.
Little Pooch punt. He's going to fair catch it at the fit. Actually, he decides to run it out. I'm surprised by that. He'll just get 5. I don't even fair catch. Did not signal though, and Skopna decides to run it himself. Gets 5. All at the 20 will stick with the action. And Chad, what do you think? 6-0 Hinsdale Central. Really anybody's game. If York can avoid the turnovers, they got a great chance to win it today.
Absolutely. Look for the Red Devils to keep that spread offense going. Multiple guys touching the football here.
Brescia, the quarterback, takes the snap. And he'll hand it off to Fay. And the combo running back linebacker doesn't get much. 6'2", 191 pounders, the junior. Doesn't get anything. 6 and 10, 2:30 to go. If you're just joining us, just an interception is the story of this game. Right after the interception, 9-yard TD run by Brescia. Looked like a lack of communication there. Brescia thought it was an out route. His wide receiver, Sessa, thought it was an in. Meanwhile, it's an incompletion. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, you know, Hinsdale Central, they continue to throw the football here, but what did they have success doing last time? Running the football.
That's the issue, too. Brescia could have said, nah, I got my scholarship. I don't want to play. I give them all the guts. Give them all the appreciation to do that. But at the same time, he gets injured. They could rescind that scholarship. So they can't really do the quarterback sneaks as much as they'd like to. Brescia under center. He's got a clean pocket. He's going to step up out to the right. Drops it off in the flat. That's just not going to work against this York defense. That is right into the game plan of Michael Fitzgerald. He's going to let that all day long, especially on 3rd and 10.
Great job by those Duke linebackers once again staying home and guess what? Doing their job.
Getting low on those tackles. Cote on the tackle. And 4th and 5 coming up. Might try to draw him offside. They go with that really interesting punt formation. Just barely gets it off. York thought they were going to try to draw him offside again. Nobody back. The other thing, too, is they might not trust in their punt return.
Well, I think the wind is a big factor. They don't want their returner muffing the punt. I think you'd rather just take the ball where it ends up.
Yeah. The other thing is, too, because Hinsdale Central goes with that weird formation, they don't have a lot of time to kick. It's really just a shotgun snap and then kick. So, if if you don't have anybody back, you do an all-out block, one missed block, and it's an easy block in the other way, a return for the Dukes. So Hinsdale Central, they're going with just a shotgun formation, not a standard punt formation. There's nobody back thus far for York. Meanwhile, 1:38 to go in the first quarter. It's Duke football. They've had great position, field position all day. Handoff up the middle, and Randall on the tackle, and Boggs as well. Randall is 6'3", Boggs a little guy, just 5'11", my height. So maybe I could have played football.
High school football, it's not the size that matters, it's the heart.
Thank you, Coach Parsegian from the movie Rudy. 3rd and 10 coming up, most likely a pass. Roll out to the right, nobody open. Risky pass. I thought it looked like he was trying to get it down to the turf, but it was accidentally caught. Something that Boysen's got to work out. Nobody's open. You just got to throw it down to the turf. I thought that was 3rd down. Now it is. Working off the spotter. Never mind, I thought it was 3rd and 10. So actually, that was not a terrible decision by the quarterback.
Got to pick up the first down here. Get in the hands of your playmaker, Kastner.
Surprised they're not going under center. They go 3rd and 1 with the draw, or quarterback keeper. Quarterback keeper, I don't think he got it. I think you've got to go for it, at the very least, trying to draw him offside. Give Hinsdale Central great field position, but eventually you got to be risky. You're on the road, dealing with the wind. They're going to think about it after the quarter ends. 6-0 Hinsdale Central. We'll take a break. You are watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the 3rd largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're Guaranteed a Rate. Positively different.
Six nothing. Red Devils in front of the Dukes. Decision time for Michael Fitzgerald and this York coaching staff. Meanwhile, looks like they're going to go for it. At the very least, go with the snap count, see if you can draw them offside.
Got to be disciplined if you're the Red Devils here. Not move unless that ball moves.
Be shocked if the Red Devils don't go with an all-out blitz. No way are the York Dukes passing here. 4th and 1, gotta get it. Under center out to Kastner. And look at that speed. He just paced the defensive end. That was just pure willpower and determination. Kastner with the first down.
There was never a doubt once the ball was in his hands.
And that's a Division I player right there. Just going all out. And even if you're beat by the defensive ends, you just got to want it more, and that was the case with Kastner. Defensive ends were there, couldn't beat him. Meanwhile, the Duke's driving inside the 50. Takes the handoff. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's got space, and he'll get it out to the 35.
Tell you what, once you get Kastner going, that opens that RPO up for the quarterback to keep it go himself. Because those linebackers are swarming on Kastner. Whoop. Keeps it himself.
Allison on the tackle for the Red Devils.
Unless it's like 4th and 10, I think you got to go 4 down territory here. You have to have a lot of confidence in your kicker. Unless it's 4th and 10, I think it's 4 down territory this deep. 35, out to Kastner, no gain. Might have gotten that extra heave for another yard.
Kastner on the carry.
Yeah, they're going to give the benefit of the doubt. Forward progress. 34. 3rd and 4 coming up. Might be 4 down territory again.
Great stuff there by Jay Randall.
Gotta appreciate the cardio of Kastner. He is staying on the field, even on 3rd down situations. Running play to Patrick. Got a couple, not enough. 4th down again. You gotta try again. I know it'd be really demoralizing to not get it here, but you gotta keep trying. 4th and 2 coming up.
Look for a hard count here.
Out to Kastner, and I think Hinsdale Central called timeout before the snap.
Timeout called by the Red Devils.
Timeout for the Red Devils. We'll take a timeout as well. You are watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Beautiful Hinsdale Central High School. Kyle Smith alongside Eric Ratchey on videography, and my partner in crime, color commentator, Chad Maxwell. 4th and 2. Chad, they like to go shotgun, so you gotta go with what works and what you've been practicing. I wish they would do more under center, but if you go shotgun, I think you have no choice but to run it to Kastner again.
Yeah, I don't think either of these teams are really practicing under center unless it's a goal line situation. Both are really sticking to that shotgun spread, RPO, very popular these days. I'd like to see a little hard count here, though, try and jump the Red Devils offside.
Red Devils had a little bit of trouble with their substitutions. They finally get them on the field. 4th and 2. Just didn't get it. Excellent pursuit, and it was led by James Pyle. Just didn't get it. 1st and 10 coming up for the Red Devils, and you keep going up, you keep trying it on 4th down. Eventually you're going to get burned, but at the same time, you got to keep trying, especially that deep. I thought they're going to say he got it. I thought the 1st down marker was at the 30. They're going to say it was at the 31, so he did get it. Quarterback keeper. It is hard to see that chain game. Sure looked like it was at the 30, but it was the 31, so he just got it. 2nd and manageable. Coming up for York.
Really nice sustained drive here by the Dukes. Got to come away with some points here.
All right, Chad, you're the coach. If it gets inside the 20, do you consider kicking, or do you go 4th and short again?
That's going to depend on the length. But with this wind, you're thinking 6 here.
Tries the hard count.
There's the hard count.
He got him. Got the deep tackle move.
Should be enough for a 1st.
Micah McCurry. That was an excellent hard count. It's hard to blame the Red Devils on that one.
Yeah, the Dukes are going hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And then
if not for the interception, and if the York Dukes score 6 here, they could be up 12-0. Bad throw. And that Boyson has been pretty good. 1st and 10 at the 19. Only down by 6 as Hinsdale Central missed the 2-point conversion. Run on the left, Kastner again. Finishing the tackle was Costello. The York Dukes will go 2-1 on the season and end Hinsdale Central's potential undefeated here. the best teams in the conference, Hinsdale Central, along with Glenbard West.
4 straight years of 8+ wins for Hinsdale Central. Obviously, they can't get to 8 this year with the shortened season, but we'll call 6 8.
8 will be their handicap. 2nd and 5 coming up. An excellent York team looking to end the undefeated season for the Red Devils. Down by 6. Quarterback keeper. Not too sure about that play call. It would have either gone to Casper or one of your backup running backs.
No matter the play call, great job once again by those Red Devil linebackers.
Maybe even a screen pass. Obviously, it's easy to say in hindsight, but those DNs, even when Casper's gotten the first down, those DNs are getting pursued right off the line of scrimmage. The penetration has been there for the Red Devil defenders. 3rd and 7 coming up. Decision time if they don't get the 7. It's an incomplete pass especially. Boysen will take the snap. Castor once again in the backfield. Trips to the left. One in the slot. One wide receiver to the right. Another hard count attempt. And York's going to think about it. They'll take a timeout. First timeout of the game for the Dukes. Each team has 2 left. You are watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the 3rd largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people.
Here we go, 3rd and 7 coming up for the Dukes. I think it's going to be a screen pass, Chad. What do you think?
Yeah, it's 4 down territory here no matter what, 3rd and long, so you don't need the home run ball here. Just try and pick up some yardage.
TD. He's got a man to the left. Just overthrew him. And I love Coach Fitzgerald. I just don't know about that. All you needed was really 5 yards because it's 4 down territory regardless.
Yeah, with this win, that's really just a low percentage route. Got to go for it here on 4th down, though.
4th and 7, you think, or do you have confidence in your kicker?
Looks like they're sending out the special teams unit. That they are.
I would be very surprised if it's a fake, but I wouldn't be shocked. A little early, though, to do the fake.
Looks like it's going to be about a 32-yard attempt here.
17 plus 17, so 34.
34.
Actually, you're right, 32, because in high school they have the goalpost right behind the back of the end zone. About 32 to 34. Yep, it's a fake. Might have actually been a bad snap. Either way, they're going to try to get the first. He's got space. Will he get it? He's waiting for the call. He did. Now, Chad, was that a bad snap or a fake?
That was a fake all the way, Kyle. What a moment there if you're a holder. You get your number called, your heart's racing, and you deliver.
Excellent snap. It was at the chest. It wasn't a perfect snap by any means, but he got it to the chest enough for the fake to be good. Meanwhile, a touchdown extra point. York gets their first lead of the day.
What a drive here for the Dukes so far. Got to come away with 6.
It'd be pretty demoralizing, right, to only get 3?
You'll take 3, but you'll love 6.
And this is exactly what the Dukes want, a low-scoring game, trying to get into the minds of these Hinsdale Central players, especially the defense. Shotgun formation again. He's got a little bit of room out to the right. He's going to dive for it, a couple yards short. Quarterback keeper is Boysen.
Just keep chipping away here for the Dukes. What you cannot do is turn the ball over here. You've got to secure that ball high and tight.
Really, this is just excellent play on the offensive line by the Dukes. I can't really say anything bad for Hinsdale Central because the pursuit has been there by their DNs. It's just been better play by the Dukes. Second and goal at the 5. Right up the middle. Not much there.
Kastner with the carry.
Maybe got a yard. We'll wait for what they spotted.
Tackle was made on the play by
There are some
JT
strong guys on that defensive line for the Red Devils.
They're almost men now. A lot of them 18.
Third and goal.
You know, that extended offseason, a lot of extra time to put in some time into the weight room.
Third and goal. If you get at least a yard, you're definitely going for it on 4th down. If you lose yardage, you have to take the 3. Might be a passing play. 3rd and goal at the 3. Duke's charging. They started at, they started at the 20. Takes the handoff. He's got a man. Oh, last second deflected. Great job getting those hands up and getting in the way of the passing lane.
It's decision time.
I think you got to kick. I know you want the 6. You got to give your team some points and give you some momentum. You got to take the 3.
Doesn't look like the special teams unit's coming out.
You do have a couple timeouts left, so you can try to draw them offside and call a timeout and think it over. Don't need to keep those timeouts in your back pocket because this is a huge drive. This is the closest you've gotten to a touchdown all day.
Looks like the Dukes are going to go for it. The fans that are here making some noise. I hear some cowbell.
20% capacity. We appreciate all the York fans watching that couldn't be here due to COVID. They're going to try it. 4th and goal. To Boysen. Goes out to the right. He's going to try on the quarterback keeper. Instead throws it. Double covered. Really nowhere to throw. I know that you don't want your quarterback to get hurt, but you got to get it. I think you got to try your best to drive towards the pylon. I think a mistake by the quarterback.
The Red Devils at the 3-yard line.
And we'll see if that decision backfires for Fitzgerald. Windy day like this, though, nothing's guaranteed with that snap to the holder.
Well, even though you don't get any points there, you do have the Red Devils pinned deep. What you cannot do is give up a long drive here.
You can get a safety if it's a bad snap. Shotgun over the head is 2 points for the Dukes. 1st and 10 at the Hinsdale Central 3. I'd like to see Boysen try to drive for the pylon, instead try to complete it. It was incomplete. Meanwhile, quarterback keeper for Brescia hasn't really done much today. They've tried to do those flyer outs with the wide receivers, and the Duke defensive backs are there to cover it.
Pressure with the keeper on the play.
If you're just joining us, the Dukes went for it a lot. Went for it 3 times. They were successful the first 2 times. 3rd time, not the charm. Did not get it on 4th and goal. Hinsdale Central football. All kinds of time to throw, but it's probably coming back. Might be offensive pass interference against Hinsdale Central. Wait for the ball.
Tackle line number 15, Jalen Jones.
Well, he finds his favorite target there, but unfortunately, it looks like it might be a hold here on the Red Devils.
I thought he might have pushed off for the offensive pass interference, waiting for the call.
Might be an ineligible man downfield for the Red Devils.
Why would they run the tackle formation? Anyways, it's coming back. Bad break if you're a Hinsdale Central fan watching. If you're Hinsdale Central, just trying your best to not give up a safety, because on a windy day like this, there is a chance that snap could go over the head. But you do have that veteran quarterback. It's a high snap, you could probably still get it. Very athletic behind center. Quarterback keeper. He got more than what the blockers gave him. Pretty much all Brescia, patience, finding his way forward.
Yeah, those legs just never stop moving. 3rd and short.
Well, 2nd and 9, 3rd and short coming up. Ball was at the 3, they got to get to the 13.
We're actually going to give him a first.
I think that was a bad spot. Break for the Red Devils. 1st and 10 to the 13, really, they're just looking to get a couple of first downs and tire out that York defense. He's got a man if he gets it to him.
I know I keep harping on this win, but it really is going to make throwing the ball difficult here today.
And the issue with that is, too, when the windows are so tight, do you even want to run that? I know you have the senior quarterback, and he's got a great arm, but windy day like this, you're just not getting a lot of separation from your wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a lot of success early in the year throwing the football, completing those types of passes, but the conditions today just really, you gotta adjust your game call, play call a little bit.
Yeah, try to utilize those tight ends. 2nd and 10 coming up. This is an exciting game. 6-0 game. Really, the story of the game, the turnover. Otherwise, it'd be 0-0 right now. 3:52 to go in the second quarter. By the way, don't go anywhere after the game. We got the post-game show brought to you by John Nolden at Guaranteed Rate. Ryan Griffin leading the Hinsdale Central Red Devils to a 2-0 record coming into today. 2nd and 10 with Brescia under center. Ryan Orput on the right. And a fake handoff, quarterback keeper. Brescia leading him all the way. He's going to get first down and a lot more. Past the 40. And a 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
There's that RPO run to perfection there by the Red Devils.
That one really separates D2 to D1. Brescia, when nothing's there, he just creates stuff on it by himself. But really for York, as long as you don't give up any points, it's a win for the defense. Obviously, you're trying to get the ball back, but just don't give up any points here. Run out to the right. He's got space.
A lot of momentum here by the Red Devils. How are they doing it? Running football.
Gavin Hendren got the tackle. The damage is done. 1st and 10 coming up for HCHS.
Another first down for the Red Devils. The ball in York territory.
I don't know how many more chances they get against this HCHS defense. York cannot give up points here.
Great job there by the York defensive line and middle linebacker.
It looks like those swim moves are working to fruition today. Get separation off the guards and centers. We got a Holy Toledo band from one of the fans yelling out. Didn't know we were going to get a Adam West reference today. 2nd and 8 at the 44. Split in the backfield. Running play to the right. Not going to get anything. Trying to get it to Fahey. And the combo running back linebacker didn't have much to work with.
And we've got some late laundry on the field.
I'd be shocked if it was on York.
Came from the far side of the field. Maybe some extracurriculars there. What are we going to get here?
Against York, I'm surprised.
Sportsmanlike conduct. A little extracurricular activity there.
You can't talk back to the officials and you can't taunt. But here's the problem with that, Chad, is if you call it this quarter, you got to keep calling it any time that happens. You got to be consistent with those unsportsmanlike conduct.
And you want to keep kids disciplined. Show them that, you know.
You can't get away with that in college. You're not going to get away with it in high school. Just got to be consistent with those calls all the time. Inside the 30, still a long way for a field goal. They run Wildcat that time.
Just a design quarterback run. Great job by the right side of the offensive line, getting an excellent push.
I thought it was 8. It actually was Brescia, so it was a quarterback keeper. I thought it was 8 running. 8 is Bynum, 4 is Brescia. In York, you got to find it within yourself. All that work, all that practice time, you got to find a way to not give up 6.
For the Red Devils here, you're not in a rush. Make this the last possession of the half, if you can.
And I think for York, you want that on defense. Have some momentum going into halftime. Only use the timeouts unless you absolutely have to. Running play to the left. You beat Kastner. But a flag coming out looks like a block in the back or a hold.
Red Devils shoot themselves in the foot a few times here on this drive so far.
Yeah, 2:02 remaining.
It's like 61. It's going to be called the hold.
Jack McGarry, offensive lineman, got good size, 6'5", 295 pounds. And for for Hinsdale Central. You want the 6, obviously, but you got to find a way to get 10 more yards. Give some room for your kicker. 9-0 would be huge.
6'5", 295 at the high school level. What are they eating down here in Hinsdale?
Got some good restaurants around the corner, that's for sure. A lot of that's probably muscle, too. Got some time in the pocket. Oh, should have been picked. Actually, might be a blessing in disguise.
Once again, that wind just hanging that ball up. Big time opportunity there for the Dukes. It's unfortunately couldn't come up with a pick.
This is no chip shot field goal. Now you also got to think, okay, if we miss the field goal, could it be blocked? Could it be blocked for a touchdown the other way? Got 3rd and 11 at the 25. Do you even consider pooch punt here if it's an incomplete pass? 25 plus 17, that'd be a 42-yarder. That's a really long kick in high school. 25 plus 15 is 40. About 40 to 42 if it's no more yards. Out to the left, spread formation. He's got a man open. Got to catch that.
Ball thrown a little low, but off the fingertips.
Unless it's a shoestring, you got to catch that. Just below the knee. Got to have it. Huge break for the Dukes. Why I said it was kind of a blessing in disguise to not get that interception. A million things could go wrong if Hinsdale Central decides to kick. It could get blocked. It could get blocked for a touchdown. It could be a bad snap, picked up for a touchdown. You might just have to try to go for it.
Red Devils keeping the offense out here on the field. You know, put the ball in your Division I quarterback's hands. Let him make a play.
Might just be a Hail Mary to the end zone. 4th and 11. You can still get a first down, obviously, at the 16. And no one's really open. It's going to be a push-off anyways.
Huge stop there for the Dukes. Disappointing drive prior, but best case scenario here.
That was a good play call by Hinsdale Central, led by Brian Griffin. What's the worst thing that could happen? It's picked off in the end zone. Good job throwing it up. 50-50 ball. Kastner read it all the way. Forced the wide receiver to push off to get it. He did. If he catches it, it's offensive pass interference against the Red Devils. No call. Dukes would have declined it. Anyways, and we'll have 1st and 10 at the 25, and you could possibly go no huddle if you feel confident in your offense here. You just can't turn the ball over, so.
Exactly, just chip away.
If no one's open, you're just going to have to either take the sack or just throw it out for an incompletion. Out to Assad.
Outstanding play there by defensive end number 59. Gets his hand out to deflect that pass.
That's the problems. No huddle, throwing the ball. Incompletion stops the clock.
Both defenses making some really impressive plays out here today.
Yeah, if York loses today, it's not because of their defense. If you're just joining us, instead of kicking it, might have been offside, no call. They had 4th and goal at the 3. Fitzgerald decides to be aggressive, goes for it. They don't get it. Even so, they would still be down 6-3 heading into halftime. Meanwhile, they're down 6-0 with 1:19 to go.
I'd like to see the Dukes set up that bubble screen here for Kastner again. Get your best playmaker out in space.
And flag probably delay game against the Dukes. I like it though. 5 yards back, it stinks, but at the same time, you're trying to draw Hinsdale Central offside. You're trying to get them out of rhythm on their snap count on the defensive side as well. Because remember, if the defense is reading your snap count, they're going to get a split second closer to the quarterback because they're going to have, reading the snap count, get that swim move, and try to get that sack on the QB. So you got to change up your snap count on offense, not just to get the offside, but also to keep the defensive ends from reading it and getting a separation from the offensive lineman. 2nd and 10 coming up the 25. Out to the right. A little conservative, but at the same time, you don't want to have incompletions and stop the clock.
You'll take conservative here. No problem going to the half, just down 1 score.
Hinsdale Central does have 2 timeouts remaining. They'll call one here with 57 seconds to go. You are watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why They're positively different.
Six 0 in favor of the Hinsdale Central Red Devils. A beautiful day, just very windy. And this could be one of those 10-6 games. Meanwhile, the Dukes got to score to get to the 7.
3rd and 12 here coming up for the Dukes. What you can't have happen is a turnover. As I said, I'd like to see that bubble screen set up for Kastner. Get the ball, if your best playmaker, get the ball in the hands of your best playmaker on the space.
Cannot have an incompletion, definitely can't have an interception. Run it over the middle, they're going to force Hinsdale Central at least their last time out. As the Red Devils call their final one of the half, we'll stick with the action here.
Some dogs on the tackle, on the Red Devils.
York will be punting into the wind, so a chance here for the Red Devils to look for some decent field position.
Remember, it's high school football. The snap for a punt is never guaranteed. At Varsity, it's usually guaranteed, but at Varsity, it's not like you're watching an Illinois Northwestern game. There are a lot of crazy things can happen. Punt formation over the head.
What do you have against Illinois Northwestern?
No, I'm just saying, usually when you watch an Illinois Northwestern game, they usually don't have any problems with the punt formation. It's usually a good snap.
I thought you were calling out my fighting line. We were in a bowl game last year, you know that.
That one year, they went to the Rose Bowl. That one year, and do you remember the Kurt Kidner year when they went to the Sugar Bowl?
Absolutely.
It wasn't so great, though, during that Sugar Bowl. Then Kidner had a cup of coffee with the Falcons. And I think Juice Williams with the line, I think he got a cup of coffee in the NFL, just a couple tryouts.
Just a cup. Just one cup.
Lukewarm cup. 4th and 12 coming up for the Dukes. At the 20-yard line, all you want is just get that snap off, get that kickoff. Doesn't even have to be a good one. You just got to get that kickoff. No turnover. Actually, a pretty good kick. Decent hang time. Decides not to do the fair catch. Bad choice.
Textbook punt coverage there by the Dukes.
On the return was Skakna. Didn't get much. In fact, he lost yardage. 41 seconds. Now it's NCAA rules, so the clock will stop momentarily for a first down. So if you want to run no huddle spread, you can. Remember, though, a turnover means the Dukes only have 35 seconds or so and 3 timeouts to score.
Wind at the back of the Red Devils.
You got to be aggressive, though. You got to try a couple of pass attempts. See what you can get. Out to the left. Had a man open. Too high.
Saw that wind just take that ball and sail it.
Looking for Sessa.
Sessa 6'5", but still out of reach.
2nd and 10.
Might have misread his jump. Either way, it's 2nd and 10 coming up.
32-yard line.
And once again, York has all 3 timeouts. Shotgun formation. They'll get out to the middle. Remember, clock stops on first down. Still got to run no huddle and get the snap off.
Great play design there. Excellent route by Skopna.
Probably a spike coming up. 29 seconds. And we had a problem with the clock. I think they're going to give them. Yeah. Looks like somebody wasn't ready for the Red Devils. Flag on the field. Possibly a false start. And as much as it's on the offensive line, you have to give some of the fault to Brescia. He's got to make sure his offensive line's ready. You want to make sure that they're ready. I know you want to save time, but a false start just pretty much kills the drive 5 yards back, and you lost time. As much as it's on the offensive line, the quarterback's got to be the captain and make sure his offensive linemen are ready. Waiting for the call. And I think they're just going to...
Looks like the flag may be picked up, and it is. A little bit of a discussion there.
I like it, though. You can always change your mind if you thought you saw movement. And I think York likes that, too. Hey, if you saw movement, talk it over. Think about it, and pick the flag up. Oh, my goodness. That was somehow caught.
Great job jumping the route there by the Dukes, but got to come up with at least A deflected pass there.
I like the aggression. It looked like it was Matt Cavanaugh. Had a chance at it, just dropped it. Went through his hands.
Brescia really showing off that D1 arm strength right there.
And remember, it's a stop clock with the first down. Decision time. How many more yards till you use your kicker? I'd say you need at least 12.
Remember, the wind is at their back, so that will add some length.
And it's coming back a little bit. And a false start against the Red Devils.
Too many flags here for the Red Devils. They're going to have to sure that up here in the second half.
19 seconds. They'll start the clock once it's snapped. Brescia's got a clean pocket. Got open man. Good throw. Had a lot of heat on that ball, but they got to get back to line of scrimmage quickly. Completes it over to Orput. 8 seconds, and they'll try to spike. And York's going to call a timeout to get his defense ready.
What is going on?
York is not happy. Now, that actually went to York's benefit because the clock kept running. So I'm not sure why they're angry. 6 seconds. Only time for a spike and a kick. You could try to do a completion out to the sideline. Remember, your guys got to get out of bounds, though. No timeouts. And the official's talking it over, so this is actually a free timeout for Hinsdale Central.
It's really hard to tell, and that's why the Dukes are upset. You know, the referee calls a timeout.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been
himself.
Unless York calls a timeout. First down, and then you wait for the official to re-signal. And the problem with that is, too, it gives Hinsdale Central a free timeout.
Yeah, I understand why this Duke coaching staff is upset.
Yeah, that can't happen. You can talk it over briefly, but you can't give Hinsdale Central a free timeout. Now the first down, remember, the clock has to restart. That's what Brescia's telling the official. I have to spike it, right? Unless it's an injury timeout. So if it's an injury timeout, it's a free play. 6 seconds. Does not have to spike. Decision, I don't know about that. But luckily, 1 second, York is pleading their case. It was at 0-0.
Ooh, clock stopped maybe a little early, but that's not for me to debate.
I thought it should have been at 0-0. That seems like way too long of a play to develop in 5 seconds.
And we're going to have another discussion here.
This should be 0-0. That's way too long.
We should be heading to halftime here.
But once again, it's high school, so even if the Red Devils wanted to kick, which doesn't look like they're going to, you could have a bad snap, you could have a block kick. So another play would probably mean a Hail Mary. But Brescia has the arm, so the Dukes aren't happy. They don't want to give Brescia another chance to do the Hail Mary.
Boy, real interesting that clock is sitting at 1 second right now. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. Looks like the Red Devils are going to have one more snap before the end of the half. A chance to get in the end zone here.
Yeah, bad break for the Dukes. Hail Mary, nothing really can go right for the Dukes. An interception. But it's probably going to be like one of those where you have to dive for it. Then,
if you're a DB, you're not worried about intercepting the ball. You just want to bat that ball down and not give the receiver any opportunity to catch the football at the end zone.
And if you can't get a clean deflection downwards, just back it. Just be at the back of the end zone. Have all your defenders in the back and just back it backwards. You obviously want to go straight down, but if you can't, just back it towards your teammates in the back of the end zone. Make sure nobody's behind you.
I'll tell you what, these last 30 seconds here felt like an eternity.
And I think the problem is that a lot of these officials have had to do Zoom meetings. They haven't had the standard clinics because of COVID. So they don't have that kind of cohesion and chemistry with their mates. So you get these 3 weird people on the field you don't really know because you haven't had time to practice and get to know each other. You haven't been able to...
And we are heading to halftime. Yeah, I think that's the right call, Kyle.
Yeah, but I like it. You go with the original clock, you talk it over, you say, was it really 1 second? Okay.
All right, we have more confusion. The Red Devil offense is not getting off of the field.
What is going on? Here we go.
There we go.
So the officials talk it over, and I was right the first time. Too slow of a developing play to be done in 5 seconds. It was indeed 6 seconds on the shotgun. An incomplete pass from Brescia, and that does the first half. Controversy brewing at Hinsdale Central High School, but it's York trailing The Red Devils 6-0. We'll take a break, give you some halftime analysis. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're guaranteed a rate. Positively different.
Are you looking to buy or refinance your home? Rates are at historic lows. Contact John Nolden today for all of your mortgage needs. He was voted best in the business by 2015 by the IMBA and ranks in the top 1% nationally, according to Mortgage Executive Magazine 2019. Located in downtown Elmhurst, John is a York alum and Elmhurst resident. He's available 24/7 for a free consultation. Please call John at 630-290-6251. Once again, that phone number is 630-290-6251. And call him today. Go Dukes!
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're Guaranteed a Rate. Positively different.
Are you looking to buy or refinance your home? Rates are at historic lows. Contact John Nolden today for all your mortgage needs. He was voted best in the business in 2015 by the IMBA and ranks in the top 1% nationally, according to Mortgage Executive Magazine 2019. Located in downtown Elmhurst, John is a York alum and an Elmhurst resident. He is available 24/7 for a free consultation. Yes, I just said free consultation. Please call John at 630-290-6251 today. Go Dukes!
How did a blind man conquer Mount Everest? How did a shy, scared little girl rise to a #1 ranking in the UFC? How did a kid from Indiana grow up to win just about everything in NASCAR? How? They all believed. They believed in themselves, and they believed that their dreams, their goals in life were more than just imaginable. They were possible. For those who believe in their dream of a new home, Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender with all the right tools, advice, and financing to make that dream a reality. Home office, backyard, more space, better view. Whatever you're striving for, you can make it happen. You can conquer that mountain. You can. If you believe, you will.
In the market for a mortgage? Well, you could get a mortgage from a bank. Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why they're positively different.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
We are Guaranteed Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're Guaranteed Rate. Positively different.
Are you looking to buy or refi your home? Rates are at a historic lows. Contact John Nolden today for all of your mortgage needs. He was voted best in the business in 2015 by the IMBA and ranks in the top 1% nationally, according to Mortgage Executive Magazine 2019, located in downtown Elmhurst. John is a York alum and Elmhurst resident. He's available 24/7 for a free consultation. Please call John at 630-290-6251. Once again, that number is 630-290-6251. Call him today. Go Dukes!
Well, nice go Dukes.
How did a blind man conquer Mount Everest? How did a shy, scared little girl rise to a #1 ranking in the UFC? How did a kid from Indiana grow up to win just about everything in NASCAR? How? They all believed. They believed in themselves, and they believed that their dreams, their goals in life were more than just imaginable. They were possible. For those who believe in their dream of a new home, Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender with all the right tools, advice, and financing to make that dream a reality. Home office, backyard, more space, better view. Whatever you're striving for, you can make it happen. You can conquer that mountain. You can. If you believe, you will.
Good afternoon, everybody. About 3 minutes until we start the third quarter, 6-0 in favor of the Hinsdale Central Red Devils. Kyle Smith alongside Chad Maxwell, our technical director, Eric Ratchie, and our executive producer, Bob Vilsoe. And Chad, 6-0, a turnover, and then a 9-yard TD from Michael Brescia. And that's where we stand today. The wind is definitely a factor, but Brescia does not look like himself today. He's been very... he has definitely not been there with the accuracy today. He's a little bit long on his throws.
Yeah, throws have been a little erratic. Like you said, the wind doesn't help, but I think the key here for both sides is really establishing the run. That's going to help open up those play actions and make throwing a little bit easier.
And for the Dukes, can't turn the ball over, and really, you gotta wonder, 4th and goal. I know you don't want to get your quarterback hurt, but I really would have liked you to try to dive for the pylon there. I didn't really like trying to throw a double coverage into the end zone. And that's really the story of the game. A turnover against York. They're not able to get it done on 4th and goal, and 6-0 advantage for Hinsdale Central. But at the same time, it's really working for the Dukes because they wanted a very small scoring game anyway.
Yeah, if you're the Dukes, I mean, you're happy with this type of a football game, but you gotta cross that end zone line and get in. I mean, last week you're shut out against Glenbar West. You have an opportunity on the 2 here. Real disappointing, but I think they get in here in the second half.
And that might be the game, the way this York defense has been playing. You might be able to win 7-6. I doubt that Hinsdale Central will be scoreless the second half, but hey, they only scored 6. And really it was 0 because they only scored 6 because of the interception. So we'll see what happens, but I'm very impressed what I've seen from the Dukes on defense. On offense, they've been kind of one-dimensional with Kastner, but they haven't had much success passing because of this win today.
Yeah, both defenses, though, playing well, especially the front sevens. I mean, we're seeing all sorts of excellent gang tackling, pursuing the football, doing their job.
First half of football, Dukes trail 6-0, a 9-yard touchdown round by Michael Brescia. We don't have stats today, no stat crew computer, but we do get them. We will make sure to let you know about the stats. But other than that, it is 6-0 in favor of the Red Devils. We'll take another break, and we will give you the second half of action. You are watching Dukes against the Red Devils here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
We are Guaranteed Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the 3rd largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're guaranteed a rate. Positively different.
In the market for a mortgage? Well, you could get a mortgage from a bank. Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why they're positively different.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardship.
Second half of football, 12 minutes of third quarter action, 12 in the fourth, 24 minutes total. Will we go to OT? And that's something that's been talked about in IHSA meetings. Do we allow overtime? And Chad, the real issue is there's no state tournament, so if it's tied going into the overtime session, do you play it out or do you accept the tie?
I mean, I understand at the freshman, sophomore level, maybe don't play it out, but you only have 6 games.
Even without the state tournament? I mean, in football, you can't think injuries. Injury could happen on 1st and 10 of the first play of the game.
Yeah, I mean, you're already out here, you're playing football. Let one team get the win. Nobody likes ties. Come on.
Nobody likes ties, that's for sure. And 6-0 in favor of the Red Devils. Dukes only need a touchdown or 2 field goals to get that tie to send it to OT. They got 24 minutes of football. They will get the kickoff, ball at the 40. It's a pretty good punt, line drive kick. They return at about the 10. Dukes on the return. It's picked up by Doherty, and they'll be tackling it around the 30. Log on the tackle.
for the Dukes here, sustain another long drive, take that time down, come away with some points.
10 for York, 30-yard line.
You don't need the 6, Chad, but if you get it inside the 10, I think you have to think 4-down territory again. If you get it to the 20 and it's 4th and 7, then yeah, I think you got to kick it. But we'll see. First things first, you got to get a couple of first downs. Only need 6 points to tie. Run up the middle, and actually it wasn't going to be anything. They somehow got a couple of yards on it. Second drive on the run.
4-yard line. Forward progress now.
Great effort there. Legs never stop moving.
For the Red Devils, they just need to get their quarterback going. It looks a little out of rhythm.
Tackle.
The accuracy hasn't been there. If you can get your quarterback in rhythm, because these wide receivers they've gotten some separation, about a half step, but with those tight windows, Brescia's got to be better with the accuracy. It's been a little bit too much on the throw. 2nd and 6. And gonna get a couple. First down marker at the 40 was brought down close to the 38.
3rd and short.
Made on the play by 33 Sean Henderson.
I'd consider passing it here.
And a couple.
You got that wind coming in your face, hand the ball off. Get a nice push from the offensive line.
Perfect for high formation, but they just don't want to do it. The thing is, if you don't run that in practice, why would you run it in a game? This is what you practice, that's what you got to play. 3rd and 2. Got the handoff. There's the passing play like I thought they would do. But oh, what a tackle! Oh my goodness! Just sends the tight end flying. That was impressive.
Got another big time play from these Red Devil linebackers. Very impressive.
Early on, would you try to do the snap count? I say no. I think you just got to do it for fun. Maybe do a couple of snaps.
I mean, yardage-wise, you got nothing to lose here. You got to try and draw the Red Devils offside.
Can't call a timeout though. If it gets down to the play call, you just got to punt it. Can't waste the time out here.
Here's the first though. Red Devils actually sending someone back to receive the punt.
Wynn took that one.
And it just hangs that ball up.
That's why hang time's so impressive and important. You get the hang time. Sometimes Wynn will knock him down and give you that friendly roll. 1st and 10. 72 yards for a touchdown. Hinsdale Central, really, they're just looking for first downs. They'll take the field goal because you're still up 2 scores.
You know, you mentioned wanting to get Brescia in rhythm. How do you do that? You start off by running the football. You establish the run. That's going to open up everything else for this offense.
Well, I think some screen plays, maybe some button hooks, 3 yards and less. Just get them some completions. Get them some confidence. It's tough. You can definitely run the ball out, and that's a good play. Flag. Could go either way here, but initial signal it's against Hinsdale Central.
Yet another first down for the Red Devils is going to be retracted by the flag. Another illegal man downfield.
Yeah, they put 66 in motion, but I guess he didn't get in motion quick enough. He is listed as an offensive lineman, so he was listed as an offensive lineman. Coming in today to the depth chart, which means that if he's going to put in tight end, you got to make sure the officials know that he's an eligible receiver.
That's at least a 3rd first down called back for the Red Devils due to a penalty.
Wondering why he was so wide open? That's why, because York didn't know he was in motion either. 1st and 15 on the 23. You just got to get some yardage here. I got to admire Brescia, because it wouldn't have been bad of him to just say, you know what, I got my scholarship, I don't want to play. He is playing. Not only that, he's doing a lot of quarterbacking.
Yeah, I mean, it's senior year. This is what you live for. These are the guys you've grown up with your whole life. You don't want to bail on them.
I know, but then you saw, I'm not saying this was a bad decision by Leonard Fournette, but he skipped out on the bowl game. To go to the NFL draft, I get it. Going to college versus the NFL is different, but, I don't blame the players, and I respect Brescia all the way playing and doing quarterback sneaks. Some of these plays, Chad, they got to catch that ball. I mean, that was right in the hands.
Yeah, that time Brescia hits him right in the numbers. The ball needs to be caught.
Big
time 3rd down here for the Dukes, though. You cannot give up the first down. Get that ball back.
I think for Hinsdale Central, the defense has been so good, I think you got to go quarterback sneak. Why would you give the Dukes 4th and long? Quarterback sneak and hope you can get 12. Little off to the left. Nobody open. Really tough throw.
Big time stop there for the Dukes. They're going to get the ball back here early in the third quarter.
That would have been an Allen Robinson type catch if Stockman was able to finish it.
Pay the man.
They did. 1 year though, franchise tag. 4th and 13 coming up. And now it's on the other side of the field. They're going to have one man back for the Dukes on the punt return. Got to get set finally to do on the defensive tackle position. High punt. A fair catch at the 40.
That wind is playing games. It's like a center fielder out at Wrigley.
I'm Michael Fitzgerald. I'm just clapping. Hey, you caught the ball. You didn't fumble it. Fine. You caught the ball. You gave us good field position. You did your job. Here we go again. Good field position for the Dukes. Just got to find a way to get into the end zone.
One possession for each side here in the second half. 2 punts.
If you like smash mouth football, the old days of the NFL when you had 6-0, maybe even 3-2 games, this is the day for you.
Oh, do we have a game for you?
If you like shootouts, you'll probably stop watching after the first quarter. Handoff. Quarterback sneak.
That's that run pass option. The quarterback he's going to read the defensive line and the defensive ends. He's either going to hand it off or keep it.
We're actually going with a 2-quarterback system today for the Dukes. Exciting game to watch. The problem is for the Dukes, it's starting to get into your head a little bit. Man, we didn't score last week. We're getting shut out again. Do we have enough talent? Are they starting to second guess themselves? As it gets close, it's closer and closer to the fourth quarter. Good news is they're only down 6. Touchdown, give them the lead if they get the extra point. Beautiful pursuit. Even better tackle.
They keep trying to run that jet sweep to the outside, but these defensive ends are just not allowing it to happen.
Boyden on the tackle. David Bynum, left linebacker, 6'1", 210 pounds, graduates in a month. 3rd and 9 on the 44. Gotta have it if you're York, but cannot turn the ball over. Cannot force it into a tight window.
What are you looking for here, Kyle?
Well, I wanted to get to my tight end, but he's hurt, so you might have to go fly route. But do you trust in your QB to get it 20 yards down the field? I would call fly route, but I don't feel confident in it either.
Hey, I'm looking at getting 20 out in space, maybe with that bubble screen.
We're going to talk it over. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Here we are back at Hinsdale Central High School. It's 6-0 in favor of the Red Devils. 3rd and 8 coming up. I'm calling fly route. Chad's going to go with the bubble screen. By the way, the text line's open. Feel free to text in your favorite high school football memory to 330-957-7653. Once again, that number is 330-957-7653. We appreciate everybody watching. I wish we could see you here at the field, but no visiting fans due to COVID.
We have a village iced horn. Maybe a little home field strategy there.
Clean pocket. Tough window.
Great play there by 28, the defensive back by the Red Devils, stepping in, batting that ball down without getting called for pass interference. 4th down for the Dukes.
I know you want to get the first down, but that could have been deadly for the Dukes. It could have been an interception and bad news bears. Luckily, it wasn't picked. That's why I would have run fly route. What's the worst that can happen is an incomplete pass get fun. Going over the middle like that, triple coverage, not a good idea. York survives it though, and they're going to have to do it on defense again, maybe force a turnover. A lot of good hang time. Just kind of shanked it a bit, and it went out of bounds. They're going to say the 38, 139. 6:36 to go. Can York hang on and get the ball back? You almost got to think, if Hinsdale Central even gets a field goal, would that be the game?
Yeah, you know, who feels like breaking one today? I feel like we're due. Someone's going to break something big here soon, whether it be the Dukes or the Red Devils. I'm feeling it.
Could be Brescia. He's got the speed.
A lot of bottled up energy right now. It's just ready to pop.
Pistol formation. Hand off to the left. He's got room. Oh, look at that. Barrels through the defender. Knocks him over. A little Derek Henry style. James Kyle on the carry.
Call that a truck stick, my friend.
Wow. Struck through him. Leveled the shoulder and bam.
That is textbook finishing a run right there.
That is why football is the epitome of a contact sport. First and 10 of the 45. And a fake handoff running it is Brescia. It's close to the first.
Real good momentum here for that Red Devil offense. Coming off of 2 runs. Don't stop.
Yeah, probably going to do it again. It's so much fun about high school football. A lot of these kids play 2 positions. Hand off to the right.
Fahey with the carry.
And Fahey got past the first down marker.
32. The first and 10. For the Red Devils.
All right, you're Coach Griffin. Do you think 3 or do you think 6?
Oh, you want 6 here all the way. You've got all the momentum right now from running the football. Don't stop, it's not.
Single back, 1 in motion, and they get it to the guy. Actually, they fake it to the guy in motion. 1 man to beat. And tackle in the last second from behind. Red Devils are driving.
This Red Devil offense really starting to click here on this drive. Run sets up the pass.
Looked like it was Cote on the tackle. First and goal at the 10. Now you're definitely thinking 6. Problem is, if you lose yardage on another penalty, you're back to thinking 3.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Duke's got to do your best to keep him out of the end zone. A lot easier said than done. Got to read that RPO a little bit better. Attack the quarterback at all costs. Screen pass to the right. It was complete out to Orpit.
Pass from Brescia complete.
A little surprised by that. You got the senior leader at signal call. I would have tried something over the middle.
Yeah, nice gain there though. Second about 1.5 yards here.
Second and goal from the 2.
Wow, he got 8. I thought it was first and goal at the 10. Second and goal at the 2. Brescia with the quarterback sneak. He has all 12 of the Red Devil points.
Great job by that Red Devil offensive line. Parting the C. Brescia takes advantage of it. Gets 6.
Moses would be proud. And Brescia does Moses proud with a touchdown. 12-0. They're going to go for the extra point. That is just a killer for the Dukes. But even more killer because they had first and goal and they just couldn't count it in the first half.
Set to kick the extra point.
It looks good, and it is good. 13-0 in favor of Hinsdale Central. We'll take a break. You are watching the Red Devils against the Dukes here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Making a score of the Red Devils 13. And the Dukes 0.
7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the 3rd largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than
13-0, 4:48 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It is all Red Devils today, as Brescia has 12 of the 13 points for Hinsdale Central. How do the York Dukes respond? Now you're down 2 scores, 2 touchdowns actually. 3 points really doesn't help you. You really got to think 6.
Well, you don't panic. Still plenty of time left here in the second half, but you got to come away with points here on this drive.
Problem is, the field goal doesn't really help you either, so you're really thinking 6. And on defense, you got to start thinking, hey, do we try to strip that ball instead of going for the tackle right away? Try to get a turnover. This one's going to go out of bounds. And luckily, Hinsdale Central went back for a touchback.
Real nice bounce there for the Red Devils. Dukes will take over at the 20.
Between at the 20 and the 35, huge. That's what that Super Bowl between the Panthers and Patriots was so well known for. Kick out of bounds after the Panthers tie it up at 29. Hard to be a kicker, but that's what you're known for. It's one play to Super Bowl.
For the Dukes here, you got to try and get your playmakers out in space. Running between the tackles just is not working today.
I know it's not working, but you got to start passing on first down. Change up the play calls. Got a wide open man, by the way. Get it to him. Good completion, one man to beat. Good open field tackle, better throw, 1st and 10.
Beautiful post route there and great execution.
Complete to IH.
Love a good post route.
Let me do it again. Not necessarily a post. You can get it to somebody in the slot. Pass it again. I don't like that.
Yeah, you keep the defense honest, but the offensive line has to get some sort of push. They just have not been able to against this Red Devil defensive line.
I get that that's your bread and butter running the ball, but it seemed like you found something on the last pass and I would have tried it again. Now you got to pass 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with this Red Devil front 7. They have been controlling the line of scrimmage all game long.
In order for York to get first downs, they've had to run it outside the tackles, up the middle. Casper gets a decent amount. 3rd and manageable coming up, probably 4-down territory. You don't want to give the Red Devils back with good field position, but you're down 2 scores anyway. And
definitely 4-down territory here.
Now it's you're thinking 4 down, 3rd and 2. Probably just a drop the middle. That's why I don't like shotguns all the time, because it takes more time to get that ball and run up the middle. Behind center, you gain a 2nd. If you don't practice it, do you really want to play with it? Probably not. Oh my goodness, he broke through it. Just finishing the play. Great open field tackle by Hussein.
Yeah, right on cue. That Red Devil front 7 again just dominates that Dukes offensive line.
And it's just the pursuit, too, by the defensive backs. Everybody's good. It's a team effort. All 11 players on defense are creating so many problems for Kastner and the York offense, especially up front with the offensive line. 4th and 9, you'd love to go for it, but you got to trust your defense. Just a call for the fair catch, but better be safe than sorry. 2:27 to go. It's Red Devils 13, Duke 0. Field goal would theoretically still keep you mathematically in it, but that would make it 2 touchdowns and two two-point conversions. You know, Chad, something I've thought about is, you know, the team's down 24 late. I've always wondered why they don't try to do the 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. I know it's hard to get 3 two-point conversions, but mathematically speaking, you could theoretically come back down 24 points with 3 two-point conversions.
I like where your head's at. Definitely easier said than done.
Yeah, but you'll see teams go for the extra point to make a 24-7 deficit. Meanwhile, running play up the middle. Good job attacking the A-gap by the Red Devils.
For the Dukes, you got to try and force a turnover here, whether it be the peanut punch, as made famous by Charles Tillman. I'd like to see the defensive line get a little pressure here, break through the line of scrimmage.
You consider blitzing on every down? See if pressure can beat you?
Yeah, until they start throwing the football a little bit more with success. Why not?
2nd and 2. Blitz coming. Well protected by the Red Devils. Complete short game, but they get enough onto Sessa. Finally called a completion. They waited forever. The Dukes got time left. Running out of time also.
This is a different Red Devil offense here. This last drive and a half, things are really starting to flow for them.
Yeah, they've kind of simplified the game plan. No more fly routes and those button hooks. Just 6 yards at a time. Kind of the Alex Smith offense, right? Just 5 yards at a time. Just getting to the heads of the defense a little bit. Brescia, he's just so good on the quarterback keeper.
Those legs just never stop moving.
Reminds me a little bit of Dan Persa from Northwestern, obviously. Nathan Chillhouse in Illinois and Juice Williams. Second management coming up for the Red Devils. Past the 50.
If you're the Red Devils here, you're not in a rush. Just tick, 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 tick.
This clock is your friend right now. 2nd and 3. Go the passing play. Out to the left, complete, got separation.
Now that's an impressive throw, my friend.
That will get you signed by Division I colleges. Out to Orput. Had trouble on the fly routes, but not all Brescia's fault. This wind has been a problem.
The chemistry those two have together is really impressive.
The last first down for the Red Devils. Marked at the 27.
I think if you're York, you got to cheat in the safeties on the blitz. You give up 6, game's over anyways if they score. So you got to find a way to hold them to 3. This is definitely coming back.
Too many men in motion there.
Yeah.
No markers on the play. Brescia took
I'm surprised they didn't blow it dead right away.
I'll tell you what, this could very easily be a 4-score game if the Red Devils were to shoot themselves in the foot with these flags so often.
If you're just joining us, a lot of flags against Hinsdale Central as the wind's picking up. And Dukes, they had their shot, 1st and goal, hit the 2, and just couldn't pound it in. It's his first goal to 5. But you got to find a way to get it in. They couldn't, and that was really a game-changing play by the Red Devils on defense.
Yeah, and the difference so far here in the second half has been Hinsdale Central just controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football.
1st and 15. Legal man in motion. Still having problems getting out to the right. Trips formation. 2 on the left. Nobody in the backfield. So you got Meidelstadt in motion. Back to Meidelstadt. Good tackle.
Nice play design there by the Red Devils.
Jalen Jones on the tackle. I'm on the Red Devils. I just let it go to the 4th quarter.
Jalen Jones on the coverage for York. Gain of 5 on the last play.
Now the Red Devils have to know how much confidence they have in their kicker.
Looks like they're going to play one more play here.
Yeah, I'm surprised by this. 2nd and 10, clean pocket. And that's why you don't run another play.
Big opportunity for the Dukes there.
Yeah, Coglin, he was so wide open in the middle of the field, he didn't know what to do with his hands. He knocked the ball down. He didn't expect that ball to come his way. If he tried to catch it, it was just him and Brescia the other way.
Really interesting strategy there for the Red Devils, though. Giving the opportunity to run that clock out all the way to the 4th quarter. Instead, now you got 3rd and 10.
This might be Brescia telling his offensive coordinator, I got this, coach. And I know you trust your quarterback, but a lot of bad things can happen when you throw the football. Quarterback keeper, and he might have gotten a yard. Anyways, 3rd and long coming up when we come into the 4th quarter, actually 4th down. When we come into the 4th quarter, 12 minutes left of football. It's 13-0 Red Devils. You are watching SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Ends with the customer, which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the 3rd largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're guaranteed rate. Positively different.
$13-0, 12-minute quarter. See what the Dukes can do on defense. 4th and 7. If I were the Red Devils, I would just punt, but they have surprised me all day with their play calls. Including at the end of the quarter, you called it, Chad. I agree with you. Why would you run another play? It was almost a pick six. But Cockney's the other way. Meanwhile, 4th and 7, they're going to go for it. Very surprised by this. They're going to trust in the signal caller, and he's going to be hit on the sideline. He fumbled. Picked up by Hinsdale Central, but they were short anyways. And I just don't understand that. A million bad things can happen, even on a running play. Your quarterback could have even gotten hurt, too. Why not just do a pooch punt and try to pin the Dukes deep? I don't really understand that play call.
Well, you were on the Dukes 30. I think the mindset there was, the difference between a pooch punt and trying to go for the first down is only about probably a 10-yard difference. Dukes, though, gotta sustain a drive here. Quickly get some points on the board.
You want to score in the next 5 minutes, preferably. You have all 3 timeouts.
Great job by that Dukes defense, though.
Field goal does nothing for you, so you got to go 80 minutes in about 5. You got to go 80 yards in 5 minutes. See what they can do on offense here. They originally set Furman in motion. One in the backfield. Clean pocket. Look in the middle. He's going to roll over to the left. Good coverage, Zach. The Red Devils are just too tough.
Great coverage, but you gotta either tuck that football run or get rid of it. You can't have happen as a sack.
Luckily, he was behind the line of scrimmage when he was sacked. Lost only 1 yard on the play. 2nd 11 at the 19. Yeah, 19.
Again, though, the Red Devils winning the battle in the trenches. It's still the difference in this game right now.
They're just so quick at defensive back, too. It's hard to get out to the edge. We're going to try to get out the edge this time. Spread formation, bad throw. Probably would have only gained 5 anyways, but 3rd and 5 better than 3rd and 11.
Just another example of the wind affecting that pass game. You saw that ball just move like a knuckleball.
Coite was nearest receiver. 3rd and 11. Running out of time, but unless you get like 10 yards here, you got to punt. Too early to try to consider 4th and long this deep.
Let's see what the Dukes have drawn up here. Middle of the field looks open.
Trying to attack with their tight ends, haven't been able to do so. Over the middle, just too much. Would have been a touchdown if he had got it in the right stride. Trying to get to IHSA.
Yeah, it's just too hard to throw and catch to complete these conditions.
Got to give the offensive line a lot of credit, though. It's a slow developing play, protected well. IHSA was there. Just this wind is making it tough. When a Division I quarterback's having trouble getting in stride, you know it's just too tough in this wind. 4th and 12, no choice but to punt. The Dukes have just been snake bit. 2 of the best teams in the conference they've had to play in back-to-back weeks. They have the defense, just the offense hasn't been there for York.
But got to give credit too to that Red Devil defense. Not a lot of teams are going to have a lot of success against that defense.
It's just a shame we don't have a state tournament this year, because I would love to see New Trier and those North Shore teams play against the Hinsdale Central team. It would have been a sight to watch. Loyola Academy, best team in the state this year, arguably. Lombard West in the top 5. But the more games you have, the more COVID problems you can have, so you just can't have a state tournament this year. They are going to have it for the spring sports, though, so baseball, softball, all the sports that couldn't play, we're going to have state tournaments for those sports, which I'm glad to see. That's the right, who was almost tackled by this last year. Now he has. That was a one-arm tackle. Wow. Just threw him to the ground.
Scoping a little shaken up on the play, and he is. Yep, he's going to go down.
That's a free timeout for the Dukes. They have changed the rule in the NFL. under 2 minutes, if there's an injury timeout, you have to call a timeout to get the benefit of it. The reason they did that is because some players were allegedly doing it to stop the clock to give their team a free timeout.
Always, that magical cramp.
We'll take a break. You are watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls. Why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime.
10:44 to go. 2nd and 12, and you hate to see injuries like that. Hopefully he's going to be all right.
Thankfully he walked off.
I think you just run the ball. If you punt, so what? At least you waste time off that clock. You're up 2 scores. Another quarterback keeper with Brescia. He's so powerful. He just powers the way to first down.
Tell you what, he's really catching his stride here in the second half, showing why he's headed to Colgate.
He just doesn't panic. He trusts an offensive line to lead the attack, just stay behind them, and then finish the play with that strength. Ridgely is first down. They're going to
give it to him.
Yeah,
Marked at the 38-yard line of York. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
You're still in it technically if you hold Hinsdale Central to 3. You just can't keep that clock dwindling if you're York. You got to find a way to force Hinsdale Central to pass the ball and possibly get some incompletions. Obviously, an interception would be nice, but see if you can stop that clock. Force them to not run the ball as much. And that's just working right now for Brescia.
And you see that offensive line. So the Red Devils are starting to take control.
You might have to consider 8 in the box, maybe even 9 in the box. Force Brescia to pass it again, because they're just going to run that clock and bleed it dry. 2nd and short, make it 2nd and 2, 31. Give them only 14 points coming in today to the Red Devils. And it could remain 14 going into week 4.
Nice job there by the Dukes linebackers filling that hole. Third and short, look for Brescia to keep it here again. Pick up the first. Under center for the first time all day.
There it is, first down. That's why I wish more teams would do it.
Brescia.
It's just so much better for your center too, because it's a quick snap. It's so much easier to snap.
Yeah, I don't want to get too many coaches upset with me, but I'm just not a fan of the shotgun spread here at the high school level in the Midwest.
I understand why you run it some of the time. I just wouldn't run it all the time. I would, change it up a little.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line of the York.
But if you have a quarterback who can run a 4-3, then I understand why he's in shotgun. If you don't, Brescia probably runs, a 4-7 maybe? You always have to run out of shotgun. He has enough strength to power through on those quarterback sneaks on 3rd and 1. 1st and 10, now make it 2nd and 10. 8:52 to go. York has to consider using those timeouts. Not quite yet. Another 2 minutes they'll have to think about it.
Well, going out of bounds there, saving them from having to make that decision.
But you also don't want to take unnecessary hits if you're Brescia. You'd like to play all 4 years at Cornell if you can. Sorry, Colgate. Bottled up. Great play by the D tackles of the Dukes.
Yeah, the Dukes really stacking that box now. Gonna force the Red Devils to try and throw it over the top.
3rd and 9. 24.
Dial up a little blitz here, get a little pressure. Gotta try and force a turnover.
Yeah, the interception would just do wonders for the Dukes. The problem is, what if it's one of those fly route interceptions where go out of bounds inside the 10. It's almost like a punt for Hinsdale Central.
Any way you can regain possession here.
3rd and 9. Brescia, if it's not there, he's just going to go down and let the clock run. He'll take the sack. Clean pocket. Looking downfield. I don't know about this play call. And it could be against the Dukes, but it might have been a push also against Sessa.
Yes, there was some contact, but that really wasn't a catchable ball.
That, it looked like Sessa pushed off as well, in addition to there being contact from the defensive back for the Dukes from Jalen Jones.
As a defensive player, I'm not too sure what you're supposed to do there.
They might just wave this off, too. Think about it. This is a humongous call. This is the game. Because it's 15-yard automatic.
Looks like the flag is going to get picked up,
Yeah.
I hope. Oh, they're going to call defensive pass interference. Very interesting call there.
Bad call. You know, and I never want to call it the officials, too, but what else is, it's like you said, Jay, what else is the defender supposed to do?
It's really not a catchable football. It was about 8 yards left of the out-of-bounds line.
And there was contact by both sides. It's not like Jones grabbed the jersey of Sessa.
But hey, what do we know? We're just here to broadcast.
I'm not there. He's got a better angle than I do, and that kills the Dukes. It does. And I get it. Like if it's pass interference, pass interference. But do you really have to call it on that play? Just another interesting play call by the Red Devils. They had a lot of them today.
Well, really, you're just trying to run out the clock here, and that's what they did.
Well, I meant the previous play on 3rd and 9,
yeah.
running the out route. I would just, run it up the middle and just kill some clock.
On the tackle for the Dukes.
Now you're at field goal range if you don't get the first. But now, yeah, you're just looking to kill that clock, make your call timeouts.
If you're the Dukes, find something in you here. Try and punch that football out.
Really your last chance. Another quarterback keeper for Brescia. He's met almost immediately, but just that strength.
With the
Able
carry.
to find a couple more yards. 6'3", every bit of that 6'3".
Very rarely are you going to see Brescia finishing a play going backwards. He's always moving forwards. And as a coach, you just dream of that.
3rd and short coming up, 3rd and 3. Unless they get sacked, it's going to be 4-down territory for the Red Devils. I'd be shocked if they try to kick a field goal on 4th and 1. It was just killer for pass interference call. It's not the game, they were down 13, but it was just killer for York. Another clean pocket. They just haven't had a lot of pressure on Brescia today. You give Brescia time, he's going to kill you. Touchdown for the Red Devils. Scotland, 19-0.
Awesome job there by the Red Devil offensive line, giving Brescia the time to throw, allowing the receivers to kind of improvise their routes. 6 for the Red Devils.
Well, for York, you just got to find a way to score. I mean, you haven't scored since week 1. So on offense, just got to find a way to score. You can think about going no huddle, but down 3 scores, you're just not going to win this game. It's blocked. At the high school level, you cannot play on for that.
And that's what you want. You want to continue to see effort here and build momentum while you're heading to week 4. You don't want to go home with another goose egg.
19-0. We'll see if the Dukes decide to go no huddle. It's all Red Devils today here at Red Devil Stadium. You're watching the Red Devils against the Dukes here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our
6:43 to go in the game. If you're just joining us, Red Devils only led 6-0 at halftime. And then Brescia led the troops down the field. A 2-yard TD run for Brescia to make it 12-0. And another excellent drive, Brescia. Touchdown pass. 2 running touchdowns and a passing one for Brescia. And that's where we stand, 19-0. Return out to the 20. Trying to get to the 25, and he's met by a swarm of Red Devil defenders.
And like we were talking about before the break, It's all about finding some positives here if you're the Dukes. You know, get some positive plays, try and get to the end zone. Just try and gain some momentum as you head into week 4.
Would you try to think 3 just to have some points and give you some confidence?
Let's start with a first down. Just try and sustain a couple of first downs here. You don't want to get on those buses only not scoring today.
Yeah, that just really gets into your psyche. Getting shut out in back-to-back weeks.
Again, though, going up against some tough competition.
You're going to lose 2 in a row. Who better to lose to than York and Hinsdale Central, the pride and joy of the West Suburban Conference. York, no slouch either. Shotgun formation, and they're just not having any success passing the ball today. They've had a couple of man open. They just can't even get it to their tight ends. One of their best players, Fred Levens, 88, he just hasn't really been able to get out in space. When you can't get out to your tight ends, it just makes it that much tougher for your offense. It just really hasn't worked out for the Dukes, and a lot of credit to Hinsdale Central at linebacking, and I don't know what else the Dukes can do on offense. And I think we'll see some success next week because they'll play a lesser opponent. We saw it against Hinsdale South. They just dominated that game from the opening kick. Won that one easily, 49-17. So pass out the flat. Hard hit, staying with the play is IHSA. Trying to get the ball to IHSA. It doesn't seem like they target him as much as they should have today.
Yeah, great play design there. You know, those quick routes.
Are they a little gimmicky? Sure, but it gives you confidence in your quarterback. That's why it works at the college level. You give these quarterbacks like Case Keenum, we saw Pat Mahomes run those gimmicky short passing plays at Texas Tech. As Kastner out to the left, one man to beat, and he'll go out of bounds.
See, there you go. That's all you're looking for here towards the end of this game. You know, just keep building momentum. Move forward, get some first downs, try and get 6.
Trying to get 6, if you get it inside the 20, you could think 3. You got to get some points, even if it's a field goal. Obviously, you're thinking 6 here. 5:58. If you can score in the next 2 minutes, you could consider the onside kick to prolong the game. You have to score in the next 2 minutes, so no huddle style. Meanwhile, inside the 50, as the Dukes trying to get it inside the end zone.
That Red Devil front 7 is just so stout.
Not only that, they're not arm tackling. They're getting low, getting level with the ball carrier and hitting. And that you love to see that on the defensive side for the Red Devils. Get low. Unless you're Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, arm tackles usually aren't going to work. Get low.
When is your tackling clinic, Kyle?
Next week, 5 o'clock. Eddie Jackson should be there. Out down the middle. Incomplete pass. This is intended out to Berman. Yeah, it was not fun to watch Eddie Jackson with those open kill tackles this year. I wish him all the best because he's making a lot of money with the Bears next season. 3rd and 9. Try to get to IHSA. 4 down territory regardless.
Yeah, you don't need the home run here. Just try and pick up some positive yardage.
Got to give the offensive line some credit for the Dukes. They have been able to keep a clean pocket from their quarterback. IHSA again. Open field tackle. Red Devils again.
Tackle made on the 52, Carson Boggs.
They're actually going to give the tackle out to Boggs. I thought it was 62 Jackson.
4 on the play, 4.5.
Dukes need a first down to prolong the drive. Try to get 6.
35-yard line.
4:52 to go. 1 in the backfield. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Got boys at a QB. Surprised they're just wasting so much time. Really, they're probably just thinking, we just need 1 touchdown.
Exactly.
We know we're wasting time. We got to make sure we have the right play call here. Running out to the right. He's got to get 5. Will he get there? He will.
Sure does.
Excellent job by Boysen, staying with the play and not getting out of bounds until he got to the chains.
And you love to see that. You know, you could very easily lay down if you're the Dukes right now, but no, you know, you're still giving 100% effort.
Just inside the 31-yard line.
Ball at the 30 yards to the TD. Still think onside kick if you can score quick. Gotta go no huddle though. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Ooh, almost threw him offside. Back center was.
I'd like to see that hard count earlier on in the game.
Shotgun formation, another clean pocket, double coverage.
Ooh.
He is an excellent wide receiver. Even double covered. He read that all the way, waited on his jump, and then right when the ball was in the air, jumped.
A really well thrown ball there. Great effort. Just couldn't come down with it.
Obviously, if it's 0-0, you don't want to throw a double coverage. Down 19-0, really no choice. You got to get a quick touchdown. 4:18 to go. Still have time, theoretically, but you'd have to get the onside kick. There are 3 wide receivers to the left, one to the right. That's Iash, looking for Iash. Instead, out to Castor in the flat. He's tackled about the 16.
There's that bubble screen. You just need 1 or 2 more blocks there to free out Castor.
Alex Myers on the tackle.
5-yard gain in the play, using 3rd and 5, 25.
4-down territory. You need 1 more first down to consider a field goal. I know you don't want the field goal, but you got to have some points. You can't get shut out again.
You know, we're not picking sides here calling the game, but I really want to see the Dukes get some points here.
For sure. Absolutely would love to see him get 6. Iash, what a catch.
You know, not only is that a great catch, but to have the guts to go across the middle like that, you know the safety's there waiting for you. What a job.
Strong hands because you know he's going to get hit. He was able to catch that ball and bring it back into his body to absorb the hit. 1st and 10. If you want a field goal, you can have it. You probably want at least 5 more yards for your kicker. But you're thinking 6 here. 3:30 to go. Out to the right. And it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work going at the right and left tackles on the offensive line against the Red Devils. Their DNs are just too tough.
That front 7, stout, side-to-side speed of those linebackers and safeties is just so impressive. This is one of the top defenses, definitely in the area.
I think you have to consider going I formation. Obviously too late today for York, but future teams that see the game film on Hinsdale Central, you got to consider going I formation, power I with the running game. The spread offense doesn't work too much. Out to the middle.
And another example of the wind just affecting another thrown pass.
That he was probably thrown out of bounds on purpose. There's just nobody open. Intended receiver was Malaga. Now 2:52 to go.
Hold called against York.
Tough hold call against the Dukes. That'll pin him back.
Not a lot of penalties for the Dukes today, though. That is a positive, cleaning up from their play last week.
They're disciplined. They just can't complete enough passes to compete with a senior quarterback on the other side impression. Maybe that'll change next week. And they had some success, a lot of success actually, against Hinsdale South. Football victory. But unless we see something crazy, it'll be a 3-0 record for Hinsdale Central, 1-2 for York. Shotgun, another clean pocket. Throwing it deep. Good deflection on the play. Spread well by the Red Devils. Waiting on a number. 23. 23 on the roster. Then 32. Daniel Lee could be 32. 3rd and 18. You got to get at least 5 yards to help out your kicker.
Ball at the 26-yard line, 3rd down.
If you don't have one, then you got to go for it regardless. 3rd and 18 on 25. You get to the 7 for the first. Another completion to Iash. It's just past the original line of scrimmage.
That same route they had success with a few plays ago works again. Iash going across the middle.
Yeah, probably a little cover 2 look for the Red Devils. Just give them some yards, make it 3rd and 18. 4th and manageable if you want to go for it. You could also call timeout to think about it. I would personally kick, but I don't know the kicking situation.
You want to go home with 6 here.
You're wondering, Max Hansman, the junior place kicker. Shiloh, the punter. Going for 6. 4th and 7 on the 14. They need to get to the 7. They want a first down. Over the middle. Late hit. There it is. Good call. 1st and goal at the 1 coming up. Red Devils can't believe it, but that was an excellent call. That time I could understand it. On the other side, I thought it was a little ticky-tack.
Yeah, nice coverage there from the Red Devils, but a little too much contact, a little too early.
Franco's going to be called for PI. It's 15 yards automatic, so it should be first and goal at the 1.
Interference call against the Red Devils.
Yeah, if you're the Red Devils, you're really trying to pitch this shutout here.
Well,
just for the sake of...
You'd love it for the bragging rights, right? But first and goal at the 1. This would be a goal line stands to end all goal line stands here.
Well, that Red Devil front seven's been making plays and standing strong all day. Let's see if they can do it here.
I think you just go play action, a little out route. If I'm the Dukes. I'm surprised. I thought it would be. Oh, I see. Because it's automatic 15, but when you get inside the 10, you half the distance. So first goal at the 7. So they give them the first down, not first goal at the 11. First goal at the 7. Clean pocket, rolling out to the left. It'll be a hold against the Dukes. The Dukes know it, they're not even celebrating. The fans are, not the players.
As he rolled outside, that left tackle just grabbed a little too much jersey there, right in front of the referee's eyes.
It's just a tough call. Darn if you do, darn if you do. Sometimes the left tackle, maybe you got to think, hey, just let him go, see if my quarterback can finish the play. But you know what? You also don't want him to get hit.
You know, you can extend your arms. You just can't grab the front of the jersey like that.
Bruce Duda being called for the hold. That's huge. 10 yards back all the way to the 17. If he hadn't hold, it would have been a touchdown because the QB and Boysen had time. As the Dukes need to consider if they want to use Hansman or not. He's trying to not get shut out in back-to-back weeks. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show will try to get somebody from the Dukes or Red Devils or both. Post-game show brought to you by John Nolden. Out to the right. A really tough catch for IHSA.
Second goal.
Not the Herman. Second and long, coming up for the Dukes.
I'm looking for IHSA over the middle here.
We will be at York High School next week for the rivalry game against Willowbrook, nearby Villa Park. And then, yeah, Chad, you'll be there with me for that game. Got open man, got to catch that ball.
There's IHSA, but the ball thrown a little behind him.
Got to catch it though. It's in the hands, got to catch. Unless it's like one of those post routes and it's way behind. But that one's just a little behind, you got to catch it. Meanwhile, third and long. I know you want 6, Chad, but I just got to get some points. I'm thinking run play. Give some room for my kicker. I got to get some points. Remember, it's third and goal. Can't get the first down. Got to get the touchdown. Right now, it's about a 31, 33-yard kick. Out to the middle. Almost caught. Deflected out at the last second. Fourth and goal coming up. Excellent defense. In that cover 2 look from the Red Devils.
Looks like the Dukes are going to keep the offense out of the field here.
Costello was on that breakup. I disagree. I think he got a kick, but he knows Hansman more than I do.
Got that wind whipping though.
I guess the one of the fans honked at me. No, we go for the touchdown, Carl. I disagree with this. That's why Fitzgerald gets paid the big bucks, not just the broadcaster. Completion doesn't matter. Needed the touchdown.
Yeah, you got to know where you're at on the field, know the situation. That route needs to be ran into the end zone.
Injury against Hinsdale Central. Looks like it's Carson Boggs. You hate to see it. We'll take a break. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
How did a blind man conquer Mount Everest? How did a shy, scared little girl rise to a #1 ranking in the UFC? How did a kid from Indiana grow up to win just about everything in NASCAR? How? They all believed. They believed in themselves, and they believed that their dreams, their goals in life were more than just imaginable. They were possible. For those who believe in their dream of a new home, Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender with all the right tools, advice, and financing to make that dream a reality. Home office, backyard, more space, better view. Whatever you're striving for, you can make it happen. You can conquer that mountain. You can. If you believe, you will.
First and 10 coming up for the Red Devils. The Dukes have 3 timeouts if they want to use them. And once again, that's why Coach Fitzgerald has paid the big bucks, not just the broadcaster. I would have tried the kick, but with this wind.
Well, it was a great play call there on 4th and goal, but the route needs to be ran into the end zone.
Well, the Dukes could get a safety, but this looks like it might be against York on the offside. If it's false start, if it's committed in the end zone, it is a safety for the Dukes. That's the other problem with shotgun formation, is if it's a penalty in your own end zone, it's a safety for the other team.
Yeah, you know, I'm fine with the shotgun being run in high school, but you got to be diverse. You got to be able to run the ball from under center as well.
First and 12 coming up. We've seen players that were really successful in college, but running those spreads and those quick passing plays, having trouble getting that ball under center. Kind of a break for York as he goes out of bounds to stop the clock. 12. York played their heart out. The defensive line was excellent for York today.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of positives to take away from this one if you're the Dukes.
Gorman, Grace, Carrillo, Snyder, Korzeniowski were all excellent on the D-line today for the Dukes. You just can't win any games if you don't score any points.
Looks like that run is being called back. Not too sure.
York's going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You are watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
York, down 19-0. Kyle Smith alongside Chad Maxwell and Eric Ratchey. We appreciate you watching. If you're a York fan, not a lot to cheer about, but on the defensive side, they did their job today. You give up 19 points, you're going to beat a lot of opponents. But when you play this Hinsdale Central team, it's hard to beat, especially with that front seven. And they made sure not to get the safety again, so they just go under center with a quarterback keeper.
As a reminder, final home game.
It's like one or two more play calls here. We may even see a victory formation. Good effort from the Dukes.
Good effort. Could get enough on offense. Going to take a knee. Dukes have 2 timeouts if they would like to stop it. But I think they've just seen enough from their offense to just kind of concede the shutout. Well, partner, we saw a heck of a game. Just this Hinsdale Central team is no laughing matter.
Yeah, main takeaway is the offensive and defensive lines of the Red Devils. Very, very, very impressive. I mean, these kids had some extra months here to put on some muscle, and you could tell that they really took advantage of it in the weight room.
You got guys like Micah McCurry, 6'4", 250. Charlie Black, 6 foot even, 210. I mean, you got a lot of guys over 200 pounds. Playing for the Red Devils. It's 19-0 win for Hinsdale Central as York falls to 1-2. The Red Devils improved to 3-0 as they look to achieve the impossible dream of a 6-0 record in the conference. You're watching SBS. We'll be back with the post-game show here on the SBS YouTube channel.
Just a reminder that our final home game of the season will be against Glenwood West.
A group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers than any other company to guide you to the perfect one. It's why we treat employees like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're guaranteed rate. Positively different.
In the market for a mortgage? Well, you could get a mortgage from a bank. Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why they're positively different.
Test 1, test 2.
How did a blind man conquer Mount Everest? How did a shy, scared little girl rise to a #1 ranking in the UFC? How did a kid from Indiana grow up to win just about everything in NASCAR? How? They all believed. They believed in themselves, and they believed that their dreams, their goals in life were more than just imaginable. They were possible. For those who believe in their dream of a new home, Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender with all the right tools, advice, and financing to make that dream a reality. Home office, backyard, more space, better view. Whatever you're striving for, you can make it happen. You can conquer that mountain. You can. If you believe, you will.
We are Guaranteed a Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years. It explains why we invented the world's first all-digital mortgage that's simple, safe, and celebrated by NerdWallet. It explains our suite of simple digital tools that respect your time. Putting the customer first is why we have over 150 different ways to get you the precise mortgage you need, and more top-ranked loan officers.
Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by John Nolden, Guaranteed Rate. Check him out in downtown Elmhurst. I'm Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. This young man matters. Wide receiver for the Dukes, Sammy Ayas. Sammy, not the game you wanted, but you had him. You had him in the first half. You're only down 6-0. You just couldn't get it into the end zone. What were the play calls on 1st and goal deep in their end in the first half?
Offensively, we ran some different type of plays. We run some swings. We run some boots to the outside. We had a boot down in their end zone, and it almost came through, but we just had our quarterback looking the wrong way.
You've been protecting your quarterbacks all season long. What has your offensive line done in practice? Because your quarterbacks had all time to either get a pass down in the pocket or rolling out get a throw out to the left or right.
Offensive line-wise, we've been doubted. Last year we had some bigger guys, but looking at our team now, you wouldn't think that they would provide the time that they need for the quarterback. But they've been fighting through. They've been going out in the weight room. They've been going out and off the field at practice, and they've really been showing what they can do on the field.
Me and my partner Chad were talking about it. It was 4th and goal at the 60. And I'm like, you guys got to get some points. You got shut out by Glenbard West. And Chad's like, nah, you guys have worked hard all game long. We got to get 6. What does that mean that your head coach, that your offensive coordinator is going to do whatever it takes to get you guys 6 instead of you guys getting shut out and not going for the 3?
I love that. I love having that mentality, to not be shut out and to have a coach look at it that way, because it shows that he's putting himself forward and he's like one of us. He's a part of the team. So I think it really helps out for us.
A couple of tough losses, but you're playing some of the 2 best teams in the state. What happened last week? What did you guys improve on offense from last week into this week?
Last week we saw some different type of coverages there, and it kind of related to Hinsdale Central, so we just took that to practice. We put into different plays, we made some new things, and then we tried to come ahead and respond, but came up a little short, so we'll get them next time.
Big game against Willowbrook. Is it a big rivalry game, Villa Park versus Elmhurst?
It's a big one. We've been going at them for a couple of years now, and I just love to see us beat them on home turf.
It'll be fun because you'll have 20% capacity in the stands.
That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Sammy, have a good ride home.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Sammy Ayas. We're going to take a break. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Like the rock stars that adorn our walls, why we have a stadium that supports America's pastime, and why we have an employee-driven foundation dedicated to helping people experiencing hardships in the very communities we serve. When you put the customer first, it's no surprise 96% of our customers would recommend us to their family and friends. Because we believe that when you treat everyone, from customers to employees to partners, like you treat your family, you end up with a lot of friends. We're Guaranteed a Rate. Positively different.
In the market for a mortgage? Well, you could get a mortgage from a bank. Actually, banks love that because most of them only sell their own mortgages, which means more money for them and less choices for you. Guaranteed Rate has over 150 different loan options. Because the only mortgage they want you to get is the one that's perfect for you. You can bank on it. Check out Guaranteed Rate for yourself and find out why they're positively different.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
We are Guaranteed Rate, a group of over 7,000 slightly obsessed mortgage-loving people who believe that getting a mortgage should be an awesome experience. We're driven by technology, powered by humans, fueled by positivity, and guided by the belief that everything we do starts and ends with the customer. Which explains a lot, like how we've grown from a startup to the third largest retail mortgage lender in only 20 years.
Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by John Nolden at Guaranteed Rate. Check him out in downtown Elmhurst if you need to refinance your home. I'm Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. This young man matters. Quarterback for Hinsdale Central, Michael Brescia. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. Now you're on record, but let us know. Do you like throwing the passing touchdown or running it in more?
Whatever works for the offense. The O-line did a great job today. Passing wasn't there early. I was missing a lot of my throws. And they picked us up. It all starts with them, so they did a great job, and we just ran the plays that we needed to.
I've been seeing a lot of those quarterback keepers. Not only are you getting 5 yards, but you're getting 8 because you're pushing down and you're getting forward. Have you done a lot of ab workouts, working on your lower body to get low and finish those plays, helping out your offensive coordinator with 2nd and 2 instead of 2nd and 5?
I guess just a lot of leg workouts, just working the lower body, the glutes, so just lucky to get past them.
Seems like you have a good chemistry going with your guards and left tackles on those pulling guards, left tackle, quarterback keeper out to the right. Do you guys practice that a lot, or is that more innovation?
We practice that. Practice that all week, so kind of adjusted some things in the game, but we expected them to come out in that, and we executed and did our job. Second half we came back with that, after the defense really doing a great job all game, helping us out big time.
Seemed to struggle a little bit on the fly routes, and you made that adjustment in the second half. What did the coaching staff tell you? Adjustments, only up 6-0 at halftime. You score 13 unanswered to finish with a 19-0 win.
They trusted me. Just get a couple passes here, there, get what we're comfortable with, build some confidence, and then move on.
Feeling confident? Going to be at Colgate next year?
Yes.
So 3-0, 3 more wins to go undefeated. You guys thinking about that undefeated record, or just 1 win at a time?
Just 1 win at a time, chasing championship, so trying to just beat the next guy up.
Absolutely. Well, I wish you had a state tournament this year, but hey, 6-0 it's a good understudy, I think.
Yeah, well, we're not there yet.
3-0 Red Devils with a 19-0 win over York. So that's Michael Brescia. We're going to end this broadcast. So for Chad Maxwell and Eric Ratchey, I'm Kyle Smith signing off. Once again, final score, the Dukes win 19-0 over Hinsdale Central, and we'll see you next time on Sports Broadcast Solutions. 19-0 over the Dukes. We'll see you next time on Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.